Gordon's got the ground game. It's a coach. You're set for Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Melvin Gordon, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Minnesota Vikings. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback from UCLA. It's Josh Rosen.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And now it's Rosen looking and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
Running back Tariq Cohen brings us all to our feet when he's on the field because you never know how they're going to utilize it. In 2018, was able to run, throw, and catch a touchdown pass. And in addition, was a 2018 Pro Bowl return specialist for the NFC. The human joystick makes everything better when he's on the field.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That one caught by Gibson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This one caught by Crowder. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. Defensively, let's go ahead and meet the starting 11 from Minnesota. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
On third down, Wilson. And he's able to find Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Switch up.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And just shutting him off there. That one goes for 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jeff Swain, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now Rosen, and he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First catch there for Thomas. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now Cohen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The rushing numbers last week for Cohen. 16 carries, 51 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
False start, offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Right there, 54 Mike. That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's get off the field.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Rosen looking to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Rosen. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gordon. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. 21 carries, 97 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
On second down, Hyde. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Throwing is Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Antonio Brown. Incomplete.
So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Rosen now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was brought down by Casey.
We got 4.
It's a third and 6.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. This is brought in by Gibson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
That's another Vikings.
Right there, 54, right there, 55.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Casey on the cover.
5 down, stand up.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in it.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal that's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here comes Cohen.
Come on, fellas.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here first and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the draw, this is Cohen. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Joe Schobert on the tackle. It's a gain of 4.
Draw play, Rosen to Johnson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Now it's Crowder. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
It's 3rd down.
This will be caught by Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
53, set 53.
Draw play, Cohen, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On first down, Wilson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson now off the bootleg. Got Gordon open, completes it. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this one's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Vecchio to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Eagles 14.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Vecchio. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Here's Rosen. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Eagles on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Watch the screen. Pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And now out comes Minnesota. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Eagles 21.
From the goal line all the way to the other goal line on that one. A full 100-yard return on the kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Crowder now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And Diggs has it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
No gain on the dump off at 2nd down.
51, Mike 51. Watch the out.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson, and that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Might want to remember that 3rd down play. 37 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Antonio Brown, the ball carrier. Matt Weil in punt formation.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call.
The Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they'll take over in a pretty good spot right at the 35-yard line. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you. No. However form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
17, guys. Check it.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. That one caught by Gibson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Kill, turn up.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And he'll bring up a second down.
Let him know.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Rosen's pass, intended for Demarius Thomas, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 22-yard.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 31, Wilson, and he whips that one incomplete there. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now Wilson. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
And an Eagles first down.
You can't block me.
Now Wilson on first down. They go screen pass to Hyde. Hyde a first down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Rosen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Rosen off the play action. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rosen. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Got a man. It's Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
4 down, 4 down.
From the 17, Wilson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Vecchio to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Vecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Joe Schobert able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
So possession goes over here on the punt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Philadelphia.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Complete to Antonio Brown. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you. I got you.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Jamison Crowder.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen, he'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen, he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's another Vikings 1st down.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And Thomas has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on second down. Rosen is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On first down, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Terrell Suggs picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. And now it's Rosen looking. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Rosen. It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown, Vikings! Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. A 10-play drive that time, and it's polished off by a Viking score. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And it's third down.
On third down, Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Eagles 45.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Rosen. That one caught by Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54.
Now lose it on first down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Nice hit, boy.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.